I'm going. If you're new to this channel, welcome. Um, if you can see, there's plenty of videos from my yesteryears, and um, as long as you understand that growth is a thing and is embraced wholeheartedly throughout my life and my journey, and allowing people to see me in some of my different forms and stages. And I appreciate that for what it is. Hopefully, not too much judgment because I know a lot of the videos in my yesteryears were questionable, right? And I embrace the many versions of myself, and I hope that you do. If you don't, that's cool too. But what's most important is that I embrace me. I love me, and my mama does, and my father does, and those who matter do. So for any child or anybody out there who struggles with just the thoughts and perceptions of other people, let that go and embrace who you are and continue to be who you are and protect your craft. And that's being you. It's not always something outside you, it's always you. I believe my hands on my craft and my gift. Other people have other superpowers, but I'm telling you today that it's necessary to protect your craft and hone in on, you know, what you got going on. The grades you're making in school, whether you're 9 or 99, you done been to school. So if that's not your thing, I get it too. But being an entrepreneur, speaking for myself, being an entrepreneur and a businesswoman, you gotta know the ins and the outs of school, your basic math. You can't get away from math if you really want to be prosperous. A lot of people think that they need money and they love that money. It's important, but it's not more important than your mental wealth. Okay, it's more to life than that money. But it does help. It does help while you're living on this life in this life and being um, occupied with bills and things of that nature. But Good Days with Gwen is an essential tool for people who are 9 to 99. You could learn something from me and my journey and my tidbits and what I have to say about life. Podcast is typically on Anchor FM, so make sure you go check me out on Anchor FM. Good Days with Gwen. YouTube is another passion of mine. You know what I'm saying, and not just only being the voice behind behind the message, but the face of it as well. Because I think people need to know that mental health and mental awareness and self care go hand in hand. And I want to talk more about it. And with my platform and having a few people who actually tune in to what I have to say, I think could benefit and begin a new wave of thinking for people to gather, in the name of goodness. That's what I call it because it's good. It's good. It's good to think different than what you're used to hearing or learning about. And perception is everything. You cannot judge a book by its cover, and we're not teaching our youth that. And I see that a lot in so much bullying and hate and um, 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 suicide rates. You know what I mean? It starts mentally early for a lot of children, and that's why you got to meet your kids at nowadays because the internet is already mentally embedded in them. Like that's what's raising kids today. It's not the parents. It's not the people. It's not the village. You know what I'm saying? So we need to go ahead and try to tune back in to ourselves and our people and our purpose and learning that you got to put a lot of dynamics together and make them work simultaneously. And it's possible to attain these things, although outside environment is distracting us and we're not so used to talking about ourselves or investing in ourselves or doing for ourselves. And that's just a whole nother reason why we all sadly suffering more than mentally than anything. And this is just my perspective. This is just my that's just the way I see it. This is an observation from a licensed therapist, and I want people to understand that it is a gap in in mental health and self care. Nobody talks about childhood trauma. Nobody mentions the secrets in the family, and a lot of us are just dealing with that and holding it in. And nobody wants to express themselves about that stuff that happens to be quote unquote taboo or sensitive or shameful. I don't find any shame in having a way to express yourself about whatever you have experienced in your life as a person, because everybody's journey has been, will be, is different, and I think we should all learn to respect that and press forward in learning to love the differences and why we are different and how we're different, and get that out there before anything else. So the craft of loving yourself, you gotta want to invest more into that. Period. You can't invest in nothing else if you don't invest in yourself. If you want nobody invest in you, if you haven't invested in yourself, like you got to put those 10,000 hours in stuff that you actually want to learn and attain and be about and get the gist of, and that just goes for a lot of other things. But life, more importantly, we need to be more upfront about, more vulnerable and transparent too. You know, stop being so ashamed of hardships or saying that you're not okay, because just holding it in and bottling it in makes it hurt you, not the other way around. And your body is more important than any situation that you cannot control, because all you can really control is you and your reaction and how you respond. And it sounds easy. It sounds harder than anything, but it's so easy once you've mastered the love of yourself and the consequences that come with your actions after you've done these things over and over. You should have at least learned from your past. For those who like to dwell in the past, you should have at least learned from it and not be doing the same thing expecting different results, because that is in the end insanity. And I'm just a messenger. I'm just observing. You could take it, you could leave it. If it don't apply, let it fly. But I will say that it's just imperative that people get in the mindset of learning that it starts with self first. What the reason I believe that this nation has become so miserable is because we don't want to admit it, and we're so full of it, and we just don't want to admit it. And it's so much freedom in just admitting it. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just being all cowardice and full of hate, you can be a man and be upfront about it and stand 10 toes down in it, and it be a different narrative. But mm, just hone in on your craft and just stick to what you know and build on who you know you are. And can't nobody waver that. Shouldn't nobody be able to waver that? And if somebody doesn't accept it, that has nothing to do with you. People don't like you. That has nothing to do with you. You like you. That's it. That's all that should matter, and that should help you sleep good at night. For my people out here who are self conscious and dealing with a lot of self things, I am you. So I'm encouraging you to know that there's a different way of thinking about life and seeing life, and how it could be just so good that nobody take it from you, because first thing first, they didn't give it to you. And may sound cliche or whatever, but it's real. And I'm real. And I just want people to know that there is so much more to life than this domestic violence, this killing, this hatred, this racism, this you name it. It's so much more to life than these things that are beneath us, literally below us, that we choose to dabble in. But not judging, because my house is made of glass. But I am observing and saying that y'all know we know better. Wherever you at, wherever you from, whoever you are, wherever you from, if you're a human, you know we better than this as humans first. Okay? Screw my color. Boop. Okay? Whatever color you are. Y'all know we better than this, but You know, I'm only one person. But I know at the end of the day, I'm going to create a wave. That wave means something to me. That wave of goodness, good days with Gwen, and the things that I stand for, and the energy that I'm putting out here and giving to people because we need it in the times of a pandemic and things that we cannot control and things we cannot see, and things we just don't really understand. I don't understand why I'm still saying that my brothers and sisters, their lives matter. I don't know why I'm still saying that in 2020, but guess what? I'm gonna say it till the D-I-E-K, but guess what? It's still gonna be a good day. It's still gonna be a good day despite the odds that we facing as people, wherever you are, whoever you are, despite whatever it is that you have to live through. I hope you get through it, cause we all trying to get through something. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I don't understand why we so fickle and divided about some shit we can't control. Excuse me for the kids. Some stuff we cannot control. The color of your skin should never matter. Question of why my life matters depending on my skin don't make sense. Justice for anybody who doesn't receive it. I know it seems like it's a figment of our imagination out here, but protect your craft. Do something that can change the world that you live in. Because apparently, there's two different worlds out here. And for those of you who listen to this message, don't don't sweat the little things. Focus on the bigger picture. Good days are going.